I'm using 360 cameras for many years now, and there was always one problem that I had with these cameras. And this problem is you cannot change the lenses. You can have a look at my Insta360 X5, and this is what happened to me when the camera fell off my motorcycle. You can see both lenses are damaged. On this side there are even some pieces missing. And the only chance to repair it, you have to send the camera back to Insta360 and they have to do a service and change the lenses. But now everything changed because Insta360 sent me their latest camera, the X5, and now you can change the lenses by yourself in case they are damaged. And now the new Insta360 has some changeable lenses, which is completely new for a 360 camera. Because the problem with 360 cameras is, you can see it from the side, the lenses are sticking out a little bit because you film the whole 360 bubble, and that's why you have these super wide angle lenses on both sides. So this means they are exposed, and just in case you drop the camera, 99% the camera drops on the lenses, and then it depends on the surface, but in many times the lenses are damaged. This problem is solved. You can change the lenses. You can buy as an accessory this lens replacement set, and in the set you get a tool to remove the old lens and screw on the new one. This tool has an orange marker, and this has to be aligned with this small white marker down here. So in case you take it off or screw it on, this has to be in the position facing downwards. And then you get an air blower to remove all the dust, because it's very important that there's no dust between the lens and the sensor. And then you get the new lens in this set with a small rubber grip. Then you can take it off with this grip, and after unscrewing the damaged lens you can just replace it with a new one. Very simple, very easy. You have a small toolbox here too, with a small removal tool, a brush is in here, some cleaning wipes, lens cloths and disposable gloves. So everything what you need is inside this set here, and this is all you need to change the damaged lens on your Insta360 X5. I also have an X4, it's this one here. I have some additional lens guard on this camera here to protect the lenses, because I damaged the ones on my X3. So I decided to put some lens guards on this camera. Then I have this small cage here on it. If you look at the new camera, the shape is nearly the same, because this heat cover here is built inside the camera now, so there should be no problem with overheating. What is different is the microphone. Here are the microphones. You can see I already put some Velcro on it to add some foam here on both sides. And the new one, the mics are here on top, also on the other side, and one big front microphone. And all the mics are covered with some steel plate and some foam behind it to get rid of the wind noise. And of course I will test this when I'm on the bike. So what are the technical news on this camera? It has a bigger sensor than the X4, 144% bigger sensor. It's a 1/1.8 inch sensor. Before it was a 1/2 inch sensor. So 144% bigger, which means of course you have better low light capabilities. There's also a special mode here for low light. It's named PureVideo mode. I will test it this evening when the sun's going down, if the quality at night or at sunset is better than with the X4. Another improvement is this camera has more chips. The old one has one chip. This camera has 3 chips. The lenses which are built in here are 100% stronger glass, so they should last longer than the ones on the X4, so maybe you don't need the cover, which you can also mount on this camera here. So if you want to put a lens cover, you can do it. There's a mount here on top, so no problem, you can use lens covers too. But the glass lens itself, it's stronger glass, so holds up longer. Then we have a new battery. This is maybe one downside for some of you. The battery is this one here. This is a 2400 milliamp battery. The other one in the X4 was 2290. So it's a little bit bigger, lasts longer, 185 minutes of recording time. But there's one downside. This battery, the new one, doesn't fit in the X4. So in case you have some spare batteries for your X4, they will not fit in the X5. But the battery life is much longer, 185 minutes, which should last for a whole day of filming. And you have a quick charge function. You can charge the battery with a USB-C cable within 20 minutes to 80%. Then you have another mode, the Insta mode. It's something like a selfie mode, which means if you are filming yourself, you have a face detection, so you don't have to care too much about positioning the camera in a perfect way. The resolution on the X5 is the same as on the X4, 8K up to 30 frames a second. One difference is you have 60 frames in HDR mode instead of 30 frames with 5.7K resolution. But the best new function for me is this interchangeable lens. I can take this replacement kit with me and I'm safe when I'm traveling with my motorcycle. So this can be my main camera now because I can put it on the handlebar. I have the selfie mode, I can film myself when I'm talking to you. I can put the camera everywhere around my bike to film the whole bike, the front, the back. It's such a versatile camera. So now I will test the new Insta360 X5 on my motorcycle and see how the quality is compared to the X4 and how is this PureVideo mode at night compared to the 4 with this new X5. So a lot of new features, and let's see if this camera, the X5, is worth the upgrade. Before I start the test ride, I will show you the settings that I'm using. Here at the front you can change the video mode. I'm in video now, 360. This is the PureVideo mode, which I'm using when it's dark outside. Then we have this new Instaframe mode, which is very handy if you want to film yourself, like here. You see, I'm moving around and the camera is following me. It's a selfie mode. There's a square around my face. Very nice function, especially if you film yourself a lot. Then there's time-lapse mode, time shift mode, bullet time, this is when you turn the camera around on a cable, loop recording, road mode, so it's like a dash cam mode, star lapse. I'm filming in 8K 25 frames a second. Then there are a lot of settings you can check here. One important one is image settings. Video encoding, I'm using the efficiency H.265 codec and I'm filming in bitrate high as well as sharpness on medium. So these are my image settings. And then what else is interesting? Yeah, you can swipe left and then you have the color modes, standard, vivid and the flat mode. I stay with standard to have a comparison with the X4. Then you have the white balance, 5600K, and you have a jitter blur reduction, which I leave on because I'm filming later in the dark. So these are my settings, quite simple. I stay with the standard video mode. Before I start the riding test, I will show you the audio quality of the internal mics, the new ones with the wind protectors built in. And now I will test the internal microphone, how the sound is compared to a Bluetooth mic. So this is a new X5 with a new microphone with all these small metal wind protectors built inside. So I hope this is better than the X4 and hopefully it's better when I'm riding and you hear the engine a little bit better. So this is the microphone. It's also a little bit windy now. So how is the audio? How is the sound? Let me compare it with the X4. So this is the internal audio of the Insta360 X4. Is there any difference compared to the X5? I already have these small wind muffs here on top of the microphones just to protect the mics a little bit from wind. Looks a little bit weird and they are very easy to detach, but hopefully it will help a little bit with the wind noise. But this is the audio from the X4. We have beautiful colors now, yellow and green everywhere, blue sky. So is there any difference between these two cameras? The X5 has a bigger dynamic range of 13.5 stops, bigger sensor, 3 chips instead of 1 chip, so should be an advantage over the X4. And now I will ride into a road in the forest where there's more shadows to see how both cameras handle these circumstances. X4 versus X5, do you see any difference? Okay, I will test the different mode now. The Instaframe mode on a motorcycle. Selfie, now let's see. Even with the helmet, you can see it finds my face. And if I move, my face with a helmet. It's perfect. Helmet recognition. So now we are at the Kurfürstendamm. And if I look at the screen here, the quality and the brightness of the picture is absolutely amazing what this small camera is able to do. So if you are planning to do some night shots with your action cam, then the Insta X5 is the way to go. So back from the test, and what's my conclusion about the new Insta360 X5? I think for me it's worth an upgrade. If it would just be the exchangeable lenses, it would be worth for me, because this was always the biggest risk for me when I was traveling with my camera. But now this is solved, so this is an amazing upgrade for me. The quality, I think it's better than the X4, especially at night. There's a huge difference. Also the audio is better than on the X4 here. Wind reduction better, so they did a good job with it. I had no problems with heat, so this new surface here seems to help a little bit. And one thing that I didn't mention, if you look down here, you have a thread for your connection, but you also have the connectors on the outside. So in case you have this quick release here for other Insta360 cameras, you can now connect it to your, so you have a very fast connection and it's very secure. You can lock it here, so this will move nowhere. So you don't have to screw the camera on the mounts anymore. You can use this Insta360 quick release. You did not have it on your X4, so this is a new feature too. So do you have to upgrade to the X5 from the X4? I think if you are happy with the quality of the X4 and you have no problems and you have this lens guard on and the camera is secure and you are not using the camera in very difficult situations like climbing on the rocks, motorcycle riding, put it in dangerous positions on the selfie stick, then you can stay with the X4. But if you want better quality in low light, you want this PureVideo mode, this Instaframe mode, you want the chance to change the lenses by yourself, you want this quick release function here, which is very handy, you want longer battery life, then go for the X5. So I hope you liked the introduction of the Insta360 X5, and if you did, please give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Ride safe and cheers!